Yeah. Okay. So if you how so now my suggestion is, it will be good if you all interact, and interaction can be by way of your conversation, or if that's not feasible, then at least you can use the chat mode and you can type out. Now, how many of you, and obviously, I mean, I would really encourage everyone to participate, and specifically students, so I really want you to participate, because this is not a lecture at all, right? Now, how many of you think this is a session on meditation? Okay, you all know the topic, right? So how many of you have come here thinking it's a session on meditation?
Me, I think me, Rajesh here.
Yeah, Rajesh. Yeah, yeah. So you've come here, yeah. And Ishita, you are also saying you have come here thinking it's on meditation. And yes, Kavita ji, yes, you are also saying. So definitely, yes, this is a session on meditation, definitely. But the context right now, see, we are not. I mean, I'm not a meditation teacher. I mean, our work is career guidance and career counseling. So we look at it a little differently. So so essentially, if you look at the topic is meditation for success. So the way I look at it, yeah, okay, Kavita, आप बोल रहे हैं कि also to cope up stress, absolutely right. So the way I'm looking at this topic is, this is a topic which is related to success. So the context here is success for students in their academics and in their professional world. Okay, so let me just share a small presentation and just a few slides, so that it doesn't. Okay, I think I will. Sorry, I have to. Um, Yeah, can you all see my screen? Okay, yeah, let me just. Okay, yeah, if one of you can just type out in the chat, or you can just unmute and say, yeah, you can see the slides?
Yeah, if we can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, okay, okay. So here, essentially, the main point here is we are talking about success. That's the main thing here. And therefore, I want to just ask this question predominantly to students. What do you think is success? How do you define success? So this section, so I'm clarifying. These sessions are about success, and we are going to look at how is the practice of meditation going to help us to become successful. That's the perspective. And therefore, obviously, you will all learn the technique of meditation, this specific technique. But the whole idea is, I mean, of course, and there are a lot of other benefits that you will get out of meditation. So all that will happen. But the way we have brought it is because we have seen that this can really make a big difference in terms of the kind of grades that you get, and so on and so forth, the understanding that you have, and so on and so forth. So we are going to come from that perspective. So what is success? Anyone? Yeah, please answer. Please answer. Please type. Please speak. I mean, it's a small session, so just it's very. And these are all, like, all of you are my students, those who are here, and the others are parents who know me well. So it's a very small, very informal thing. So, what is success?
So,
Yes, yes,
yes,
carry
yes,
on.
carry on. So that is also a bit of a open-ended question as well, because if you are measuring success quantitatively, then it depends on certain it depends on, let's say, in terms of exams, and it's success is primarily reaching that particular boundary, that grade boundary, or that particular mark band. I mean, that's in the case of measuring it quantitatively in terms of exams, but for otherwise, it's there are different interpretations.
Right, right, right. You're right, Chinmay. So, if you can just tell me, and by the way, Chinmay is a very successful author by already. Is that right, Chinmay?
I mean, yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, sure.
He's still in college, and he's already an author. He writes books on children, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, you're right. You gave a quite a nice and a little theoretical perspective to it. But we got it. Anyone else? Any other students? What is success according to you, or is there a universal definition of success? And please write on the chat. Please write on the chat. Yeah, what is success according to you all? Yeah, okay. So, yeah. Now I can see. I think, okay. So, fulfilling the goal, Ashita is saying fulfilling the goal, which we have said, absolutely right. Okay. Reaching your set goal. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. So, I'm so happy, these answers are coming. There is a very well-known, a great master who has said that success is the progressive real, and what Chinmay said is also more or less the same. So, success is nothing but it's there's a little bit of a heavy definition, but it is very simple: progressive realization of worthy ideals. It says ideas. So I think it's a typo here. The progressive realization of worthy ideals. And so if you see the words progressive realization, realization means fulfillment, progressive. So see, when we say that, okay, someone says, I want to be an MBA from an IIM, or someone may say, I want to be a doctor. Uh, um, or someone would say that, okay, I want. So what this definition says is, it is not about those 3-4 years उसके बाद में आप बनेंगे डॉक्टर या आप बनेंगे IIM अहमदाबाद में. It is the progressive realization of worthy ideals. Means what it means is that whatever, it's about the journey and it's about having the milestones throughout the journey. तो अगर आपका एक 3 साल का या 4 साल का, I mean, if you have a game plan that in the next 3 years this is what I want to become in my career, then it's not about measuring after 3 years whether you have become or not. It's about breaking it into milestones and then keep on progressively fulfilling those milestones, which are, and then that's really the success. So success is more about realizing these milestones along the journey, and once that happens, automatically the overall journey as well as the end goal becomes very fulfilling. And therefore success is all about goals, and I'm seeing that a lot of students actually do not have clarity in their goals. Of course, those who come for career counseling, though, they go back with clarity, but otherwise, and generally, I find a lot of non-clarity. So, give me some examples of some worthy ideals or worthy goals that you all have. So, we'll make it very specific so that it's not like a theoretical conversation. So, if you can share what are your ideals, is nothing but goals. It's just a little bit of a technical word. So, share some of your goals and some examples, especially students, so that because I want to make it relevant. I want to connect meditation with those goals of yours. So if you say that in the next 2 years this is what I want to be, or in the next 3 years this is what I want to achieve, then I'm going to help you, tell you that, okay, how will meditation help you to fulfill that? So like that I want to connect it. Yeah, so if you can, otherwise it will, otherwise it becomes theory. I don't want to do any theory here. Yeah, so if you can just share, so just share, just share. Okay, this is one goal, and see some of, I've seen some students saying that, okay, if I share my goal, फिर नजर लग जाती है. तो मुझे नहीं लगता ऐसा कुछ होता है. मतलब ये छोटा सा 6-7 लोगों का छोटा सा ग्रुप है और सारे एक दूसरे के वेल विशर्स है. तो इसमें कुछ नजर वजर कुछ नहीं लग जाती. अच्छा ही होता है. इनफैक्ट व्हेन यू शेयर अबाउट योर सक्सेस, जैसे कि वो मूवी में बोला था, द वर्ल्ड विल कंस्पायर टू हेल्प यू एंड मेक इट हैपन. So just share some of your goals. जैसे कि मैं मेरा एक goal, so let me start with myself. So one of my goal is that, our, like, so we, so as a part of this career counseling institution that we run, we want to be by 20, I mean, we want to be known as three of the topmost career counselors of the world. That's our goal. Yeah. So we want to be amongst the top 3 career counselors in the world. That's our goal. And then we are on a journey towards that. So ये मेरा मैं बोल रहा हूँ. वैसा आप बोल सकते हैं आपका क्या है? So it's nothing shy to share, right? मतलब इसमें क्या है? अच्छा ही है. अच्छा ही goal है. So anyone wants to share what is your goal? You want to share or you don't want to share? Okay. So whenever you feel like sharing, you can share. In the meanwhile, I'm going forward. I'm putting down some of the goals that I have come across of students. So one of the goal that students tell me is admission in specific institutes for specific courses. जैसे कि one of my student, she was so clear. She's from London. We spoke about 1.5 years back. She said, my goal is to get into an IIM. She was in London. And yeah, just 2 days back, she messaged me saying that I've got into IIM Bangalore. So, it could be getting admission in an IIM for a management program. So this could be like a specific goal, or it could be expertise in specific subjects or areas. See, for example, there is one student who I know. So he wants to be a CFA. So he says, okay, I want to be a financial analyst or a business analyst. So his thing is that, I want to be one of the topmost business analysts of the country. And for that, I'm doing a CFA. So it could be defined in terms of expertise in a specific area. Or, some of us have specific out. Now, this one, now, Chinmay, I have actually kept you in mind when I wrote this. And along with that, there are a few others. So you had told me, when we had met, was it 3 years back? I'm not sure, that you said that you want to write a novel and your novel should be read by children. You want to write children's novels. And I've included that, keeping you in mind. And it is interesting that you are a part of this conversation. So there's someone who had told, so Chinmay had actually said that he wants to write a novel, and someone has told me that I want to be a YouTuber. So this could be specific outcomes like this. So your main goal may be maybe whatever it is, but then you may want to have a side goal like becoming a YouTuber, or some youngsters have that goal that, okay, some youngsters tell me that I want to retire by the age of 35, and therefore I want to have financial freedom by the age of 35, etc. So you may have a goal in terms of your net worth. Happy. Okay, fifth point, happy personal relationships and friendships. So see, today I'm seeing a lot of materialism even in friendships. Like many times even youngsters make friends depending upon, मतलब तू कौन है, तेरा क्या फायदा हो गया मुझसे, keeping those things in mind. But friendships can be very, very authentic and very, very, very from the heart. So happy personal relationships and friendships actually bring a lot of happiness in life. And happy mind also brings a lot of clarity. So that also can be a part of success. Or hobbies, you could have hobby goals. You may want to play badminton. And there's just a student from Canada. She was telling me that badminton is her hobby, but probably she may want to represent badminton for her country, etc. So these are just some of the examples. So I would say that all of you who are right now on the call, especially students and obviously parents, are most welcome to do this activity. Is I'm sure you must be having it, but if you don't have that, make a list of what are your top five goals that are important for you in the next 2 to 3 years. And we will connect these sessions to that. So you can say, okay, goal number one, so and so, number two, etc., etc. Right now, I don't have too much of time because we have kept very short sessions. But at the end of the session today, you can just make this list today that, okay, these are my top five goals which I want to fulfill in the next 2 to 3 years. Yeah. So I think, with this, I don't want to go further because now we'll come to meditation, and I have actually seen how meditation helps you fulfill your goals. And I'm not kidding at all. I mean, I learned about meditation just a few years back, and I'm just seeing how it is actually helping me in my goals. And I'm seeing how it is helping my students, some of my friends and family members fulfill their goals. So it's completely experiential. And so I'm going to talk about now. So with this background, I'm just moving on to meditation now with the background of success. I'm going to talk about a technique of meditation called Anapanasati meditation, which is called breath mindfulness meditation. Now, I will show the posture right now. So there are three things to be kept in mind as far as the posture goes. First is, so in this particular technique, now some of you may be exposed to some techniques of meditation, and those techniques may be a little different, etc. But that's okay. Every technique will have its own, ways and methods, etc. So I'm talking about this particular one. Here, what you have to do is you have to form a loop. That's very important because this meditation generates a lot of energy in our bodies, etc. And it is a good idea to conserve the energy. So we always say that in this technique, you form a loop. So you are fingered. So you can either sit on a chair or you can sit on the floor, whatever is convenient to you. Now, I'm not saying that you sit on a floor and be in a Padmasana and an erect spinal cord, etc. इतना सब भी जरूरत नहीं है. We call it as Sukhasana. So whatever posture you are comfortable in. Now, if you can maintain a straight spinal cord, if you can sit in a Padmasana on a floor, etc., great. But you don't have to sweat over it. If you cannot, no problem. आराम से बैठो. चेयर पे चाहिए तो चेयर पे बैठो या नीचे बैठो. Just नीचे मतलब don't sit on the floor. Just have some kind of a mattress, etc., or sit on a chair. Keep your hands on your lap in a way that your fingers are into fingers. So your finger into finger इसको ऐसा करना है and then इसको हमको lap पे रखने का है. So your hands are in a loop. That is as far as the hands go. Now as far as your legs and feet go, cross your feet at the ankle. So if you are sitting on the floor with a, जैसा हम मराठी में उसको बोलते हैं मांडी, बट अभी इंग्लिश में जैसे पद्मासन पोज, वॉट एवर इट इज, लोटस पोज, सो योर लेग्स आर crossed. But if you are sitting on a chair, then you can sit in a way that you are crossing your feet at the ankle. So I hope all of you are aware of what's an ankle. So cross your feet at the ankle. So what you have done is you have crossed your, you put fingers into fingers, you have crossed your feet at the ankle. So एक circular loop form हो गया अभी. ठीक है? Now the third thing you have to keep in mind is right now you can have your specs on, but when we start you have to remove your, if you are wearing our glasses, then please remove your glasses. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start some music, some light music, because the light music will help in getting into meditation. Now, let me explain to you what is it that you have to do. So you will close your eyes. Abhi eyes आपके खुले रखो, but when I tell you close your eyes, and unless I tell you, do not open your eyes, because eyes, 80% of the energy release happens when your eyes are open. So most critical thing is to keep your eyes closed, because then it helps you to go inwards. So we are trying to go inwards now. And the goal of this particular meditation is to empty your mind. I'm repeating, the goal of Anapanasati meditation is to empty your mind. Now, what is emptying your mind? Very simple. Emptying your mind means mind का काम क्या रहता है? What is the job of a mind? It's a factory of which is producing thoughts, right? So the mind keeps producing thoughts. And when I say empty your mind of, acha, now I don't know how many of you are aware that a typical, person today, if you say, if you are in a kind of a lifestyle which is in a city and some level of stress, etc., a typical mind generates about 50,000 to 60,000 thoughts in a day. So 24 घंटे में, of course, you're sleeping sometime, and that time also thoughts are all the time going on. So a typical person gets about 50,000 to 60,000 thoughts in a day. Now, obviously, in meditation, if you expect कि 50,000 का सीधा empty हो जाएगा, वो नहीं होने वाला है. It will be phase wise. So what we are going to do is we are going to decrease our thoughts through this meditation, and slowly you may have moments where your mind is empty. So when we say the goal of meditation is emptying your mind, and if you do a 10-minute meditation, it is not possible that you will be having emptiness for 10 minutes, but out of those 10 minutes, your number of thoughts in those 10 minutes will be far more than the thoughts that you would have otherwise got. And secondly, you will have some fractions and some moments where you will experience emptiness. उतना भी हो गया तो भी बहुत हो गया. That will be a huge achievement. So is it clear to everyone? You can just type out
Yes.
yes, or
Yeah,
say
yes,
yes,
yes, yes.
etc. Yeah, so process is very clear. All right, okay, I am just seeing someone has typed something on the chat. Yeah, okay, so yes, it is clear, clear. Yeah, okay, great. So now please close your eyes. Decrease the volume of that. Yeah, please close your eyes. And okay, now what you do is you observe any point on your nose. It can be either the doors of your nose, like the nostril. Imagine that there are doors at your nostrils. So either you have a point which is at the door of your nostrils, or you can have a point which is at the, like the nostril. Imagine that there are doors at your nostrils. So either you have a point which is at the door of your nostrils, or you can have a point which is at the door of your nostrils. So either you have a point which is at the door of your nostrils, or you can have a point which is at the door of your nostrils. So either you have a point which is at the door of your nostrils, or you can have a point which is at the door of your nostrils. So either you have a point which is at the door of your nostrils, or you can have a point which is at the door of your nostrils. So either you have a point which is at the door of your nostrils, or you can have a point which is at the door of your nostrils. So either you have a point which is at the door of your nostrils, or you can have a point which is at the door of your nostrils. So either you have a point which is at the door of your nostrils, or you can have a point which is at the door of your nostrils. So either you have a point which is at the door of your nostrils, or you can have a point which is at the door of your nostrils. So either you have a point which is at the door of your nostrils, or you can have a point which is at the door of your nostrils. So either you have at the intersection of your nose का top part and your forehead, जो center वाला part रहता है ना, जिसको बोलते हैं third eye. तो you can either focus on the third eye, जैसा वो between the foreheads at the top of the nose, if that is possible for you. If that is not possible, if that is not possible for you, then you can focus on the door of your nostrils. So take any point and you have to observe the breath coming in during inhaling and going out during exhaling. That is all that you have to do. That's all. So all that I'm now explaining the technique. It is so simple that there cannot be anything simpler than this. So the technique is you will just observe a point on your nose, preferably on the at the door of the nostrils or at the third eye position, where you will observe the air coming inside and then you will observe the air going outside. That's all you have to do. That's all. And if you may, so please start off, please observe at the point, please decide the point on the nose and please observe the air coming in and going out. Now Ana stands for air coming in, Pana is going out, and Sati is together. So you are together with your in breath and out breath. That's what it is called. The other word is called breath mindfulness meditation. And I will now start the music, and I'm also going to give a little bit of guidance. So have a wonderful, nice, peaceful meditation. Keep observing your in breath and your out breath. Keep observing your breath. Keep your eyes closed. If you realize that you are thinking about something, all that you have to do is come back to observing your breath. You don't have to resist your thoughts, but if the thought comes, go back to observing your breath. The moment you observe your breath, your thoughts will come down. This is one of the simplest methods of meditation. You may keep getting thoughts. The moment you get a thought, come back to the point on your nose and observe air getting inhaled and getting exhaled. Meditation generates a lot of energy. Circular loop helps in retaining the energy inside of it. Meditation is one of the most important skills for the youngsters today. Continue to keep the eyes closed. The goal of meditation is to decrease your thoughts and to empty your mind. Continue to focus on the point of your nose during inhalation and exhalation. You need not trace the path in the air, but you can just observe the point while the air is coming in and getting exhaled. Some of the topmost athletes in the world and in India are strong practitioners of meditation. Many high achievers across various fields are meditation practitioners. Continue to keep focusing on your breath. Continue to keep your eyes closed. Experience the peace inside. The goal of meditation, this particular technique of meditation, is to decrease your thoughts and to empty your mind. Now, with your eyes closed, you can think of any individual in your life or think of any situation from your life for which you are truly grateful. Think of an individual, think of a situation of your life for which you are truly grateful, and express in your mind a sincere a sincere act of gratitude or sincere act of thanksgiving in your mind for that particular situation or for that particular individual. And also be very clear as to why you are grateful. So think of what are you grateful for, or who are you grateful for, and what is the reason why you are grateful. Yeah, and now you can slowly remove your fingers and put your palms on your eyes. And on a count of five, four, three, two, one, you can slowly open your eyes. Okay, so now I hope you have come back to this material world. And right now, since I cannot hear anyone and I cannot see anyone, um, you know, I let me just ask you. You can just unmute yourselves, and if possible, you can be on camera, and you can just share how you felt.
Yeah, I think initially there were lots of thoughts going everywhere, I think. But towards the end, it started becoming a little bit more calmer, and it's feeling very. One is it's feeling very calm, and right now it's feeling like you have
Oh,
no
great.
stress, no tension. Yeah.
Okay, and we did it only for 10 minutes. That's all.
Yeah.
It was 10 minutes. Now, generally, yeah, okay, I can see something in the chat box. Okay, so very nice and very calm. Okay, we're feeling nice and calm. Okay, Nirmala is saying felt really calm and peaceful by the end. Yeah. So you will see that just by doing 10 minutes of meditation, you actually felt good. And let me tell you, the thumb rule that we have for this technique of meditation is the duration of meditation to be equal to your age in years. So let's say if you're a 20-year-old youngster, then 20 minutes is like more than enough. And if you are, let's say, a 40-year-old, then 40 minutes is like more than enough. Now, right now, it may sound 40 minutes to be very high or 20 minutes to be very high. But once you are into a practice, it all pans out. But the thing is, even if you do it for 10 minutes, you feel good. That's the whole idea. Now, Kavita ji, you want to share anything?
No, it was a beautiful session, and I felt much calmer.
Okay,
Thoughts were coming, but I was again concentrating back on my nostril.
okay, okay, great. And I can see Samiksha. I actually don't know who is Samiksha, but good. Thank you, Samiksha, for joining. I don't know you, but very good. I hope you had a good experience. You want to share anything? All right. So I think it was good. All of you who are here have shared. Now, what we're going to do next time is okay. Great. Thank you, Samiksha, for replying. All right. So next time, what we are going to do is next time also we will have a session. See, today we have extended. It's already 8:53, so I don't want to take too much of your time. I'll just take a minute or so. Next time, I want to really actually focus on specifically, like today we spoke about the perspective of success, but next time I want to speak a little bit about what are the benefits of meditation specifically for students and youngsters. So that's what we're going to, so about 10 to 15 minutes of discussion on what are the specific benefits of meditation for youngsters. And then we'll again do meditation. And then what I want to also do is I want to cover some of the science behind meditation as to why is meditation really beneficial for all of us, especially youngsters as well as to everyone. So we'll also try and understand the science behind meditation, some of the scientific concepts. So last two sessions we will look at the scientific concepts, because once you are clear of the science behind it, then you get more convinced of adopting it as a practice. So one of my goals is that all of you all start becoming regular meditators, because that's going to actually help you in becoming successful in your professions and careers. But then for that we require strong reasons. So and I've seen that scientific concepts help in that. So I would really urge, so Kavita ji and Rajesh and Nirmala, and so if your children can also join in, it will be really nice, because this kind of a peaceful setup, I mean, our day-to-day lives have become so full of running around here and there, such a lot of noise and such a lot of stress, that I think these sessions are really important to rejuvenate. That's what I find. So please see if you can, get motivate them to join the session. Yeah, that will be nice. And if more of your friends are interested, let them also come and join. So that's it from my side today. It's already 8:55. We started 10 minutes late, and therefore I think we've extended the session by 10 more minutes. So if there is anything that you all want to add, you can say whatever you want. If you want to ask any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, the session is over. From my side, it's over. If anyone wants to ask anything, etc., feel free. Feel free. And I really hope to see all of you all in the next session. Achha, next one is going to be at 5 o'clock on Wednesday, because a pretty good number of people also gave 5 o'clock as the time. So anyway, we are going to be publishing those sessions here on the group. So Wednesday again we'll do 5. Then next Monday again we'll do 8, and again Wednesday we'll do 5. And by that time, you all would be like very comfortable with the technique in case you are getting exposed to it for the first time. Yeah. So any questions? And thank you, Kavita ji, for being on camera. I mean, it definitely becomes, see, for someone who's conducting, it's more motivating to, have someone coming on the camera. So that's always a nice thing. Other also, it's good. I mean, if you can come next time on camera, nothing like it. But I will respect whatever is your choice. All right. So should we close the session? Yeah, all right. Okay, thank you very much. And if there is anything, we can continue the conversation on our group. And I look forward to see all of you all on Wednesday once again. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Good night.